A lot of people ask me why I chose Turkey to learn Arabic. So, really, it was about the program and not about the country. I'm going to share with you the evaluation process at the end of level one that I went through so that you'll get a good understanding of the rigor of this program. Okay, so I'm in Istanbul and today I'm in a park. It's so nice to just be in a park. I just completed my first level of my Arabic program yesterday, so this is my first day off in 4 weeks, really. Alhamdulillah, it's been a beautiful journey, you know. I really enjoyed it. I learned so much. I mean, this program is exactly what I expected it to be, plus, you know, more. You know, I wanted something really comprehensive, and this is it. I'm going to tell you about my exam to pass level one. I'm just going to talk to you about that, and that'll give you an understanding of why I haven't been able to post any videos or do anything but study for the last 4 weeks. So, day before yesterday, I had a 2-hour exam. So the 2-hour exam is a written exam, and that is going over, you know, everything that we did. So that was expected. So I did that, and then yesterday I had the next part of the exam, and that is more like this includes a presentation and several other things, so I'll explain. So for one, you have to have a 3-minute presentation that you give, so you're speaking completely in Arabic, and you can talk about yourself, your family, you know, your work, whatever you want to talk about, kind of thing. You have to be able to do that for 3 minutes. You have to be able to type 50 Arabic characters, not including spaces, within 1 minute. You also have to be able to read 70 words of Arabic in under a minute, which has always been a challenge for me, but I did it. Let's see, what else? You have to also be able to answer questions, you know, about the presentation. So you have to, so that they know you didn't just memorize something and don't understand what you're saying. The other thing is we have a workbook. It's a 130-page, you know, textbook. You have to copy every single page in that textbook into a notebook. So they look through the notebook and check to make sure that you've copied everything. So, I mean, directions, like everything is supposed to be copied into that notebook. That took forever. And you have to also produce the recording of the entire book. Yes, that's right. That is right. They make you record yourself reading every single chapter of that book. There was 13 chapters. The last day, so yes, this was yesterday, I had only done 12 chapters, and I mean, I stayed up so late in the night trying to copy the book. I didn't even do any of the recording. I waited until that morning and I started doing the recording, but I ran out of time, so I just got on the bus. It's an hour bus ride for me from where I'm staying. So I recorded, alhamdulillah, Allah gave me a seat all the way in the back of the bus, and I just put the phone right up to my mouth and pulled out my book and recorded the last chapter on the bus on the way to my evaluation. So he listened to, you know, different parts from that to make sure I had recorded everything. What else? What else do we have to do? You have to bring your worksheets, and I'm so glad I brought them. I wasn't sure, but I brought them. There's a lot of worksheets that we get throughout the 4 weeks. He looks through your worksheets and he asks you questions. So he asks for the stack, and it's a nice thick stack. And then he looks through it and then starts asking you questions to see if you know those words, if you know how to conjugate those verbs or those nouns or those whatever, you know, do you know the opposite of this, and, you know, what's, you know, where is your bag? You know, you have to, so it's definitely not cut and dry. They really make sure that you have a comprehensive understanding of Arabic. Yeah, it was good. And also, they look through your actual textbook to make sure you did all of the exercises as well in the book. So yeah, that was it. And how did I do? Oh my gosh. First of all, I want to say thank you to all the wonderful, beautiful people who are praying for me and wishing me well here. Your du'as were answered because I did so well. I was actually the second highest in my class, and that is saying something because my class, most of these people already understand Arabic. It really is frustrating for me. I don't understand why they're in level 1, but the director says they're supposed to be. They have grammar issues, I guess, whatever. They can speak and understand, and they can read, you know, like this. They read, you know, like, yeah, and they're in level 1 with me. I mean, there's people in my class that have never really dealt with Arabic, but they're all Turkish except for myself. And so they have a lot of common words in Turkish with Arabic, so they still have a little bit of a jump on me, you know, in that. But because I've been studying Quran for, you know, the last 6.5 years now, alhamdulillah, I do have a good understanding of, you know, many of the words. Like when I first looked through the level 1 book, I thought that it was going to be too easy, and I was like, oh, this isn't good. I like already know 40% of this book, you know, from my own study, getting ready to come here, plus, you know, what I've learned over the last 10 years of learning Arabic, forgetting Arabic, learning Arabic, but mostly that was all Arabic grammar. It wasn't speaking. But, you know, because of that, I felt like, oh, I kind of already know a lot of this. But believe me, it was right on time, the perfect level for me, you know. And I had so many, my Arabic understanding of for a level 1 course is like Swiss cheese. There were so many things I didn't fully understand. And that darn Muslima chart, if you've studied Arabic, you know what I'm talking about. You know, Musliman, Muslimin, Muslimin. You know, this chart, right? I could never get that chart. 10 years of different Arabic classes and programs and YouTube videos, and I could never get that chart. I have it now. I have it. And they didn't bring it to me as a chart either, you know, alhamdulillah. They have a very good way of teaching. It is a really excellent program, so alhamdulillah for that. But even coming in second place, you know, the director, he said to me, he was like, you know, you did so much better than I expected you to do. And he said to me also, he said that on my evaluation, he's like, you're only minus 1 point. He was like, how did you do that? You know, because you can get 30 points for the evaluation. I got like 28 point something. And I already know what that -1 was because I didn't finish the book. I only went to 110 in the copying. And so he told me that I asked the evaluator because the director said I could stay after the evaluation and finish it and give it in, you know, by the end of the day. But the evaluator told me, he was like, no, it's just 1 point. Don't worry about it. So I already know. So really, I kind of almost got a perfect score, you know, in my evaluation. And, you know, I'm really excited about that and very happy about it. And I do. I feel much more confident in Arabic, and I feel like now I can speak. Like today, I came here because there's an organic park on Wednesdays. So I came here, and yeah, one of the vendors, he speaks Arabic, and of course, you know, usually everyone speaks Turkish, and I just break out my little phone with my Google Translate. But I told him, you know, I told him I can speak, I speak English only and qalila min al-Arabiya, and he said, so he started speaking to me in Arabic and asked me where I was from, and, you know, I told him, and then when it was time to buy, I could understand how much I had to pay, so it was very nice. That definitely would not have happened 4 weeks ago. Even if I can read it on Google Translate, you know, I still can't say it quickly enough, you know. I never felt confident to speak Arabic, and that now I do, probably from reading a whole textbook, right? That's the key, guys. If you want to like record yourself reading your entire textbook, that will change things. It will. But no, I mean, I just did that yesterday, right? But I had already gotten to the point where I really did feel confident in my speaking much more, you know? So alhamdulillah. The only thing is it goes so fast, and you're doing, towards the end, we're doing like a chapter a day. So you don't have a lot of time to process the information. So this is, you know, I'm looking forward to this break so that I can start processing the information, you know? I feel like I'm gonna make leaps and bounds when I really start to process what I actually learned in level 1. Like before, I was just keeping up. The homework level is crazy. I didn't even tell you guys about part of the evaluation. You also have to present the projects and homeworks that you did that equal 100 points. So I didn't have to do any of those projects because I did a presentation, right, to the entire school. Yeah, just a moment of pause for the stress of that, okay? So someone else had did a presentation, like almost every Wednesday we had to go to the auditorium to watch someone do a presentation in Arabic, you know, but usually these are level 5 students. I am level 1. So afterwards I went to the director and I was talking to him and, you know, just making a suggestion, like, cause we would sing this song in Arabic at the end, and he would put it up, but there's no haraka. So I was just saying, you know, if you put the song up with haraka, then we'll be able to sing along and follow along easier, you know? I need my harakas, but not as much as before. So even that, I've made progress. Yeah, so anyway, he was talking to me about, he was like, oh yeah, that's a good idea. And he was like, oh, next week you can do the presentation. And I was like, huh? No, I came up here to talk to you about haraka. How we get from here to there. And these are level 5 students that do presentations in front of the entire school. Like, I'm level 1. He was like, no, yeah, it'll be good. He was like, your teacher can work with you. And so yeah, so I ended up doing, and look, this is how he sold me. He was like, you know, you get 100 full points for doing presentation. I was like, oh, okay, all right, you got me. You got me. I'll tell you about some of the projects that I was going to do to get ready for the presentation for that 100 points. What I was going to do was, you can record 250 words of Arabic that you have exchanged with someone on social media. So like, I have lots of friends that speak Arabic, so I had planned to do some texting with them on Facebook or WhatsApp or things like this in Arabic, and, you know, take photos of it so that they could see 250 words, right? So that's one thing I was going to do. The other thing that I was going to do, you can make a 500-word dictionary, but you have to know all those 500 words. That's like 50 points though. Another one is, you get an Arabic newspaper and you select 20 unique words from the Arabic newspaper and, you know, define them in your own language, so in English for me. So yeah, so that was just some of the things that I had planned to do that would have come up to 100 points. But each of those things would have taken a lot of time, so I was like, okay, I'll just do the presentation. And I did do the presentation. Yes, it was recorded. Do I really want anyone ever to see this? No, because I made lots of mistakes. Because, you know, I didn't have time to practice it because I have so much homework. You know, like my homework every day could take me an hour to 2 hours. Plus I'm traveling on the bus 2 hours. So the day just goes so quickly. And, you know, the weekend I'm studying and trying to copy that workbook. You know, it takes so long. Everything takes so long. Yeah, so I didn't have the time. It was like, do I study, do my homework, or do I do the presentation? And then every week they throw a word list at you of 130 words, like, oh yeah, we're gonna watch a movie on Monday, here's the word list for the movie, 130 words. Oh yeah, and you're gonna be tested on it before the movie. Even that though, I scored the highest out of everybody on the tests because I would study. I worked so hard, you know. I really denied myself anything. I didn't go out and look at different places. Like people kept saying to me, oh, Bahia, how do you like Istanbul? I'm like, I don't know. Maybe I do like it if I got to see it. You know, I see the bus route. And it's not an interesting bus route because I live far out, not close to any of the attractions. I live a very kind of middle class area. Yeah, so it's not interesting whatsoever. Yeah, so that's it. Now I get to travel. I want to go around and see Istanbul and see different parts of Turkey. I have about a month before my level 2 class starts. And you know, but I just wanted to give you this little update about the end of it, you know, my tests, everything. It was so intense. Oh my gosh, so intense. But alhamdulillah, it's over. I did extremely well. And it's good that I didn't come out as a top student because I have to stay humble.